Hola, bon dia, we have a watermelon garden. So today we're going to be building a fence, because if you remember we saw a boar coming across from the neighbour's garden the other day, and we've worked hard on our vegetables, so we need to protect them. So the plan today is to put a fence in and then grow lots of things across it. More food.
But before we start putting the fence in, as seems to be the case with all of our projects recently, we first need to cut some trees.
Things I did there.
Might need to take all the brown off and go down to like this stuff. So it might be fine.
Because then it's not lots of people.
So it's been a few days since we chopped down some more trees. It seems like we're chopping down trees like every week. It's quite fun, but also it means we make use of the wood, because those trees we were going to cut down anyway, and seeing as they were in the way of the fence that we're putting in, we're using those trees for fence posts. So before we put these in the ground, we do actually need to make them last some form of time. So we are peeling the bark off these. These are mimosa, so the bark kind of peels off quite nicely, reveals the nice wood on the inside. Then we're going to treat the timber with antifungal and a woodworm treatment, because that treatment will work to protect them for outdoors and stop kind of fungal decay from them being in contact with the ground, particularly in that bottom piece.
Because the other option was to burn them, but that seems like a lot of danger right now when it's 37 degrees, so we'll not burn them.
The black colour makes it look quite nice.
Blends into the scenery.
And also blends into the scenery, so it would have been less visible, but this is fine. It'll look good once we've covered it with vining crops. Then it's going to look amazing.
We're going to become more like well.
Then you go bundle.
Bundle.
Go next to that one. Look at all this stuff. This is great.
Like lemonade.
wool gloves.
Nice toast can. Hopefully.
There.
Yeah. So we can't squeeze for the end.
Yeah. So we've got our fence posts treated with a woodworm treatment, and we've also protected the bottom section that's actually going to be in the ground with some waterproof stuff that we've had left over from other projects. Obviously you could do a better job, but we've just used what we have available, which is what we kind of like to do. So what we're doing now is just measuring out between the posts, or where the posts are going to go, so that we've got a good distance and we're not using posts every meter, but then also not so we're going to get loads of sag in the fence on the way down so that it can support a lot of future plant growth. It's actually better if on the ends there's a bit close together. So if we make that at 2 meters, maybe, so there's a smaller gap at this end, that's actually fine. Let's get our new post boy. Nice little handles.
Mm.
Look at that. There.
Yeah. Big moment. Everyone has to line up from here.
Quite fast. So we have our first post in the ground. They are going to be a metre tall. The fence is going to be a metre tall the whole way up. So the posts are about 40-ish centimetres in the ground, 35 to 40 depending on where they sit. What we're doing is digging the post hole, filling the bottom with some mashed up tiles and some rubble that we've got to make use of more stuff. It's quite fun making use of stuff that's kind of just rubbish.
Oh, so just go in the bin.
Yeah. So the bottom of the post is sitting on rubble so that there's not just going to be moisture sat against the bottom, which will hopefully make it last longer, along with having sealed them. We have a few more posts to put in.
13 more posts to put in.
We're starting off with a fence just up this boundary here, just because it's kind of easy. We know we can see the boundary posts and we can put the fence up to it. We need to figure out how the fence is going to come along the bottom and then up the other side at some point to fully boar-proof all of our growing efforts so that we aren't growing all this just to feed a wild animal. We'll get this in, plant in some vining crops, and then we'll add to the fence as we kind of figure out how it's all going to work. It's quite loose. That's fine. I'll do. What's that?
Yeah. What's that? What's that?
Yeah.
It's the best one yet. But it took 5 hours longer than Kieran's one, so you can do the rest.
How many have we done?
3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 11 to go. Ah.
We've got another few days of work to get this fence finished. We're about halfway done with putting in the fence posts. We then got to hang the actual fence. We'll be doing that over the next few days. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you in the week.